The best PS5 accessories can help to fully complete your gaming setup with Sony's current generation console. Whether that's an extra controller, webcam, media remote, or devices that provide serious quality of life improvements, in this video we'll round up all the essential extras you need for the system with a focus on convenience and comfort. And of course, our compiled collection of the best PS5 accessories is also as affordable as it can be. Everything is linked in the description below, and without further ado, let's dive in. Number 7. KiwiHome PS5 Cooler. If your PS5 is running a little too hot during those intense gaming sessions, the KiwiHome PS5 Cooler will ensure your console maintains peak performance. The cooling fan is designed to push hot air out of your console, helping it stay cool and ensuring smooth gameplay. With 2 fan settings, low and high, you can easily customize your cooling experience. What's more, this fan operates automatically, syncing with your console's power status, eliminating the need for manual activation, even during rest mode. It utilizes your console's USB 3.0 slot, so there's no need for an extra power supply. This additional USB 3.0 port not only powers the fan, but also allows you to charge controllers or connect various USB 3.0 devices. The cooler also features soothing blue LED lights that indicate the operation of the 3 improved cooling fans. What's also impressive is that the noise level of this piece of tech is only about 30 decibels, which is much quieter than its competitors. Number 6. Seagate FireCuda 530. You already know that out of the box, the PS5 comes with 1 terabyte of storage from which only 667 gigabytes are usable. Picking up one of the best PS5 SSDs is the fastest way to immediately add value to your setup, by not only increasing your storage space, but also your in-game performance. We have tested more than 20 NVMe SSDs for PS5, but the Seagate FireCuda 530 stood out to us most in testing. It has blistering speeds, a steadily dropping price tag, and its own heatsink that's fully compatible with the PS5. It really is the full package. The transfer speeds are top drawer, and even beat Western Digital's equally excellent and very popular PS5 SSD by edging over that 7,000 megabytes per second mark. It's also worth remembering that Seagate and Sony go way back in time when it comes to drives for PlayStation consoles. Seagate has made and does make a whole host of officially licensed drives, so we know that the relationship, history, and pedigree are there to rely on. All that means you can have faith in Seagate and have confidence in its FireCuda 530 SSD for your PS5. If you decide to get one of those, we recommend the 2 terabytes option to have a little bit of extra space in case you decide to store more games in the future. Number 5. PS5 HD Camera. If you've been wanting to stream your PS5 gameplay to the wider world of YouTube and Twitch, then the PS5 HD camera's sole goal is to make that as painless as possible. That's because this webcam, which is built specifically with Sony's latest console in mind, allows you to stream or record videos with your face in them all with minimal effort. There's no need to reach for specific software here. However, you won't be getting the absolute pinnacle of image quality, but for a standard streaming setup, this option is well worth taking a punt on. That's because it currently sells for approximately $55, which is remarkably cheap considering it comes from an established brand. Number 4. PS5 Media Remote. While the PS5 Media Remote isn't strictly necessary, we think it's definitely worth considering for anyone who uses their PS5 console as their main multimedia machine. As people who spend just as much time watching the likes of Netflix and Disney Plus on their machine as they do gaming, this inexpensive item could conserve crucial juice in your DualSense, while having a few tricks of its own too. For a start, the PS5 Media Remote uses standard batteries just as you would find with a conventional TV clicker. That means you can keep a drawer stacked with cheap lithium batteries, and you won't be struggling to reach for the controller just to stick something on the TV. You can expect around 12 hours of playback out of this accessory as well, which is much longer than the DualSense by comparison. Number 3. DualSense Charging Station. We've already identified that the only real weakness of the DualSense controller is less than stellar battery life, and you can get around this issue with the DualSense Charging Station. This power cradle has support for 2 controllers at once, which also gives you a good place to store them when not in use too. It takes around 3 hours for controllers to reach full charge, so this PS5 accessory is best utilized when the system and you are in rest mode. The DualSense charging station is pretty inexpensive as well. It currently retails for around $29, but has been spotted at cheaper rates than this throughout the year. If you can spare an extra outlet, we think that keeping this accessory handy and getting into the routine or storing your controllers here could be the difference between gaming for a couple of hours and going all night. Number 2. PlayStation Pulse 3D Wireless Headset. We've been continuously impressed by what the Pulse 3D wireless headset is able to do for a very competitive price point, even over 2 years after it was introduced to the market. That's because it walks the fine line between affordable and powerful. And while you're ultimately seeing a reduction in that premium feeling build quality here compared to some others, the set makes up for it with the introduction of 3D audio tech. As the PS5 lacks the Dolby Atmos support of the Xbox Series X, Sony's answer to more immersive sound was through the Tempest 3D audio tech. There's a growing list of titles that support this software as well, with over 20 first-party games and counting. If you want to hear what current-gen audio is all about, then the Pulse 3D impresses with its relatively humble price of just $99. However, we've seen this model considerably cheaper this year, so you may occasionally get a discount and buy the headset for $80 or $85. Number 1. Victrix Pro BFG. Now that we're 2 years into the new console's lifecycle, PS5 accessories are starting to pick up some steam, and nowhere is this progress more apparent than in third-party gamepad options. Despite the official DualSense Edge from Sony offering you the most seamless integration with the PS5 system, the Victrix Pro BFG brings far greater value for money and far deeper customization options. It's simply the best PS5 controller on the market right now. Between taller analog sticks for precision aiming and the additional FightPad module in the box, there's something for every playstyle here. Not only that, but you're getting a bounty of these additional buttons, and each one works perfectly straight out of the box. There's no fiddling around to meet pins in just the right way. This is truly a plug-and-play design. In hand, the Victrix Pro BFG feels a little lighter than previous Pro controllers we've had our hands on, but the contours and grips were comfortable over longer sessions. Similarly, battery life only made it to that of the regular DualSense, clocking in at a little under 20 hours, though we noticed charging time was much faster than other comparable gamepads. Considering a customizable controller like this will usually fetch well over $200, the Victrix Pro BFG is priced at about $170, which again is quite remarkable and the best value for money in the market. And that concludes our list of the best PS5 accessories you can get on the market right now. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell to not miss any future similar videos. Stay tuned until next time.